Hey, what's up? You're listening to Music Posting. I'm Alex.
And I'm Astrid.
And yeah, this is episode 0 of our little podcast here, huh?
Welcome to our little dysfunctional first, actually 0th episode. That's a word, right? 0th?
Oh, absolutely. I think
Yeah.
Shakespeare coined that one.
Shakespeare coined that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the great LeBron James that said that. 0th.
Yeah, quoting Shakespeare.
Right off the bat. It's a very intellectual pod. I'm Astrid. I go by Astrid online. My pronouns are she, they. And I'm just a freaking goober on the internet that makes music sometimes and makes art and videos and things.
Yeah, really great music, really great art.
Oh, so do you,
Yeah.
Alex.
Yeah, hey, I'm Alex. My pronouns are he, they. Yeah, I make music online too. Make a video every once in a while, and am an all-around Muppet.
A Muppet?
Yeah, I'm just a little Muppet.
That sounds so insulting to call yourself a Muppet. Do you
I
mean
mean,
that in a positive way?
I'm reclaiming it. I'm like,
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
reclaiming it.
I just feel like we need some more Muppet representation
Yeah,
out
you know
there.
what? I'm a Muppet too. Can I claim it as well?
Totally, we can be little Muppets together.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're Muppets. Welcome to the
that sounds
Muppet
good.
Pod.
Yeah, we're actually controlled by musicians on strings. We're not real people. Yeah, do you want to talk about like what we do, I guess?
Yeah,
Um,
both been making music for a long time. Just in terms of my background, I never really started making music, like actually making full songs until probably like middle school or something like that, where I picked up FL Studio and just started like making horrible beats. Like it was like electronic music. I think the first time it was in GarageBand, it was really bad, and then I made one in FL
yeah.
Studio. We all have our starts, right?
Yeah.
Um, I had a guitar and stuff, but I think I started making like actual music once I became an adult. And so you may know me from Lilac Boy, probably not. I have a new band soon, Hyperdimensional, and I just make really screamy, shouty, weird little internet music. And that's kind of my background with it in terms of making it. Other than that, I like to make art. Both Alex and I have other podcasts and video stuff that we do online. And yeah, I just love music. How about you,
Yeah.
Alex?
Yeah, totally. I love music. I think it was my first love, and it
What's
will
your
always
second?
my second love. Heartbreaking. No, yeah, I started playing piano when I was 5. My parents put me in some classical music lessons, so I was a classically trained pianist. Went pretty far, did that for like 13 years, and all the while I was kind of experimenting with making music here and there, mostly for the piano on like Musiscore, like music notation, GarageBand in the elementary school computer lab,
Oh
and
yeah.
then started making stuff on Audacity in high school.
Oh yeah.
Picked up guitar. My very first purchase, my own hard-earned money. I worked as a fishmonger for my dad.
I still don't believe that every time you say it. A
Yeah, no,
fishmonger. A
I was.
warmonger, but for fish.
Well, we can talk about maybe at some point in the future we'll cover Fishmonger by
Yeah,
Underscores,
maybe.
which is a great album.
Yeah, there
But
you go.
yeah, yeah, I bought like a really shitty Squire. I guess the Strat imitation. Yeah, and then make music under the alias Alex Unknown, and I've been doing that for a hot minute. And I just love learning about music. I love making it, and I love learning more as I make it, and just expressing myself through it.
Heck yeah. I think what's cool about this podcast is not only are Alex and I technically musicians, I mean, Alex more so than me, but we have very different.
Oh, you're a musician too. Don't downplay yourself like that.
We have very different music tastes. Although I think we enjoy a lot of the same stuff too. I think
Yeah.
that our music tastes are definitely very varied, which I think will make for an interesting dynamic. Do you want to talk about some of the music that you're really into?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely skew more electronic, and, like, folk and, R&B, rap, hip hop. Yeah, I would say that's kinda where I'm at. I will find any excuse to talk about Frank Ocean. I used to listen to a lot of, like, chill step,
Yeah.
dubstep, maybe that's more of a similarity between us, but,
Yeah, when I was young, I had a huge dubstep phase.
yeah, but then, as I grew up, I guess I just started listening to more, like, acoustic, like, indie music, alt rock,
Heck yeah.
like, experimental stuff. Um, yeah, I would say that's kinda where I skew.
Yeah, for me, I grew up on a lot of just basically just rock and punk. My parents are both very good musicians themselves, mostly in post-hardcore and punk bands. So I grew up on a lot of that, as well as sort of like rock musical staples, like the Beatles, Nirvana, and then at the time, the White Stripes was really big when I was growing up, which is a cool little two-piece rock band that we've all probably heard of, and at least in the stadiums, where they play that one song over and over again.
Bam, ba-dum, bam, bam, bam,
Yeah. Also,
bam.
coincidentally, the first song I learned on guitar. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
that is a classic.
it's a classic. I'm nowadays into a lot more stuff, but I have to say I definitely always gravitate towards a lot of punk and post-hardcore, especially just noise rock in general. But I'm also into really, weird industrial stuff too, like Death Grips or Machine Girl, which is what I've been repping recently. But I'm always partial, to some more traditional rock sounds, like just Nirvana. I mean, honestly, I've listened to In Utero like a million times. So I think that's kind of an interesting difference between Alex and I. Although I also really like R&B and electronic. We both have a little bit of a different background with
Yeah,
what we're into, which is cool.
there's some overlap, I would say,
There's
but
definitely honestly, there's a
yeah.
huge overlap for
There
both of us,
is,
but
yeah. The Venn diagram is pretty close to being a circle, but I think we do have some pretty, like, unique perspectives. Like,
yeah.
I'm not super well versed in, like, noise, and, I might maybe have some more experience with, like, rap and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's basically where the big difference would be. Um, so that doesn't mean though that we're only going to be listening to very narrow stuff. I think we want to try to listen to pretty much anything that we possibly can uh, on this podcast. But there might be some some skewing towards what we're more interested in sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess maybe then we can talk about, like, what to expect from us.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much we wanna keep this like a casual, I guess, forum, um, just for us to, like, really dive into the weeds on stuff.
yeah,
Well, not like heavy research and whatnot, but I think just more for us to, like, have fun talking about music in, like, a comfortable environment, um, just because we both kind of are, like, nerds to some degree, and,
yeah.
I think we just wanna, like, kinda document our music listening journeys and, like, have fun talking to a friend, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, most of this sort of comes from a fascination of just being able to express yourself and voice your opinion. Both Alex and I are coming into this, not really expecting to make any money from it. Like we kind of just want to do this. In fact,
Yeah.
we have lost money creating this so far. But we're just interested in talking about music, and we figure we have an opportunity to, and just really want to. So you definitely don't expect, like Alex said, anything hyper important. We're not going to sit here and read to you like a book, but
Yeah.
we want to kind of go through albums that we're really interested in and just have conversations about them and hopefully inspire other people to share their thoughts on music as well. Because I think in this day and age, it can be very hard to share your thoughts on anything in general. But I feel like as the years go on, we're all becoming more comfortable in sharing our hyperfixations and over explaining why we love the things we love. And I think that's a good thing, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
totally. So if you're listening to us on YouTube or Spotify, feel free to leave comments on Spotify. I think you can do that. Or if
yeah.
you're listening to us on YouTube, feel free to write like a 5-page essay about what we're
Absolutely.
talking about. We just want this to be like kind of a safe forum for like I think kind of our vision, like our mood board when we were first starting this was like, oh, imagine like a retro forum, like kind of
Yeah.
like old Reddit or something
Oh yeah.
where people are just literally like talking about whatever they want with
Yeah.
music and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you actually, but I'm a huge forum kid. Like I was a huge forum kid. Like I was on forums all the time growing up, and it's just it's fun to be able to just like I have so much nostalgia for just anonymously like logging into this forum and just being able to share my opinions freely. And I think we need more of that, more of just
Yeah,
people being free and expressing themselves. And I think
absolutely.
that's the goal between
Yeah.
Alex and I here.
Yeah, I was a forum kid as well, except I was mostly on the League of Legends forums. Yeah,
Uh,
I was that guy.
That'll probably be the funniest joke in our whole podcast. Will be right there.
Yeah, are we? Well, we're not gonna be like we're not gonna shy away from humor and whatnot, but
Oh
we're
no,
just
I'm gonna be very stoic, serious the whole
yeah,
time. No,
yeah. No joking allowed
no
on
joking,
music
no
posting.
tomfoolery, no
Yeah,
jokes. If we see one joke in any comment section everywhere, we're
we
smiting
will
you.
ban you.
Yeah, we are
We'll
not
ban your
afraid.
IP.
Yeah. So what to expect out of this podcast or the channel? Um, Honestly, nothing is very set in stone. We're still kind of thinking about it, but I think the very basic footprint is there, which is we just want to talk about music albums that we really like, and we think that it's a really cool idea to just do that as a podcast format where people can actually just comfortably talk and talk and talk. You're used to like very cookie cutter, spliced up things for YouTube and whatnot, and this is just people being real. Talking about music
Yeah,
albums.
we're being real.
We're being real. We're realer than the rest.
Yeah, for sure. I think what you can expect from us in terms of like what music we're gonna talk about on here, sometimes we're gonna listen to some classics or maybe
Some
listen to some
classics.
yeah, or
Yeah.
some stuff that's maybe like personally significant to us or yeah, just kind of whatever. So don't expect like the hot new thing. There's gonna be a lot of that, but there's also gonna be just, regular music stuff, I guess.
Yeah. And I'm probably gonna relate like half the tracks we listen to like some sort of political theory accidentally, so I'm sorry in advance.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's totally cool. I mean, it makes sense to talk about music in like the greater context of the world it inhabits. It's not like music exists in a vacuum or anything like that.
Yeah. So that's us. We're the Music Posting Podcast. I'm
Yeah,
Astrid.
I'm Alex. Music posting forever.
Podcast forever. No, that's Anthony Fantino. We can't do that.
Yeah, he's gonna copyright
He's
strike
gonna
us
kill us.
immediately.
Have you
Yeah,
seen that video of him on the big tractor?
yeah, I have seen him on the tractor.
I think he would run us over like a. We're trying to beef with Anthony. No, we're not trying to beef with Anthony.
We actually
We're
know
trying to
we are
fight.
trying to start beef with
We're trying to
every
fight
single
Anthony
other music
Fantano.
podcast out there.
Everyone that ever talks about music ever, we're coming for you.
Yeah,
you're ours for the
yeah, we're
taking
we're putting you on the ban list.
on our forum.
On our forum
You're banned from our forum.
the forum that exists in our head and our heads only.
Well,
Y-
anyway, bye.
Yeah, wait, did we even think about like a way to close out our episodes?
No, should we think of something on the spot?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. What if we just go like thanks for listening. I'm Astrid. And then you go,
I'm,
I'm out. Because that'd
I'm
be like a
Alex.
nice like parallel to the beginning, because at the beginning you say more of it and then you see what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Thanks so much for listening to the Music Posting Podcast. As always, I'm Astrid.
I'm Alex.
See you next time.
Later, skater.